So should I just drop it on the floor?
Yes. We should make an intro.
Ready to go, let's go.
Process when cut.
Most vendor lists are set up because of cost. They're looking for vendors that are going to provide them the best cost. When in actuality, what matters is quality and speed. Because if you have a vendor that's a really low cost and they take months to fill your role, it's actually going to end up costing you more because the average cost of an unfilled role in the United States is $500 a day.
I'm Aziza and I'm here with our CEO, Dave Fox. So the agenda for today is that we want to know why the vendor list is actually hurting your company. So I know that you, and I know that some of the recruiters on the floor hear that all the time, that if you're not on the list, we can't add you to the list. What do you say to those people? How do you deal with that?
I think it's just really understanding why, right? But again, this comes back to a very interesting issue that we talked about last time that we were talking, is managers not having control. If a manager wants to work with a vendor and then passes them off to someone else, and that person's canned response is, oh, we're not adding anyone to the list right now, it doesn't serve the manager who spent the time trying to do that. But the thing is that it's not the same department as the people actually hiring. So this department over here is only concerned about how can we get vendors at the lowest cost. But here's the deal. There's three things that people look for when they're hiring talent. They're looking for quality, they're looking for cost, or they're looking for speed. Most vendor lists are set up because of cost. They're looking for vendors that are going to provide them the best cost. When in actuality, what matters is quality and speed. Because if you have a vendor that's a really low cost, and they take months to fill your role, it's actually going to end up costing you more because the average cost of an unfilled role in the United States is $500 a day.
Why do we even need one?
I don't know that you need a list, but I think you do need somewhere to track the vendors that you're working with and making sure that you're compliant with all compliance, making sure that your contracts are in sync and all that stuff. And I think that's kind of where the list came from, because there's a lot of admin work that goes into that. But having that and having a list that can adapt to your needs are two very different things, right?
Yeah.
So having an open list that you can adapt to is good. So what if your list is closed and one of your vendors is not performing? Will you not kick them off? Like, of course you will. So why can't you bring someone else on?
Well, typically when you have these conversations, when was the last time somebody actually went and checked the vendor list?
I don't even know if anybody knows where the list is. Where is this list that they're talking about? Can I see the list? Does it look like a shopping list? No, I think it's just like, in actuality, it's just like a database of their vendors and their information and their contracts and stuff like that. But it's not something that you can't change.
So what is your take on companies that have big brands out there and big names that say, you know, the brand will take care of the quality, we just need recruiters to take out their speed?
I think that's a cop-out. The brand isn't going to take care of the quality, because people don't just want to work for your company because of the brand. They want to work for your company because it makes sense. And then here's the other thing. The people that are valuable know what they're worth. So your brand isn't going to get people to take less than they're worth.
And the final question, what was your advice to people?
So this is what I would say. If you have a list, fine, but be fluid. If you see something that can add you more value, get it. I feel like a lot of companies look at it like a marriage to their vendors. They're like, oh, I don't want to cheat on my vendor, but it's not like that. There needs to be a mindset shift. And what we need to start doing is we need to stop thinking about this like closed list and start being like, how can we be super agile that when we see a new vendor that can provide us tremendous value, that we can very quickly and seamlessly integrate them into our ecosystem? That is what we need to be thinking. That needs to be the new mindset shift.
What about all the opportunities companies miss out on, or the talent that they miss out on because of they're so married to their list?
It's insane.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, they're missing out on a lot of stuff.
What do you think on their take is like, as far as like, oh, any recruiter can find me this type of talent, why do I have to choose you? So it's kind of like going to the store. It's like, what brand white t-shirt I could get, doesn't matter, I could get this white t-shirt.
It's like going to a restaurant and being like, oh, anything can satisfy my hunger. Of course, you can go eat at McDonald's if you want to, but is that going to nourish you? That's the question.
That was powerful. That was a powerful ending. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being on our show.
Thank you for having me.